is going to be a long episode. Good morning, Bookstahooda to you. Yeah, so I still need a holder thingy. I don't get paid till tomorrow, so I'll buy one then. But anyway, I had to do a tiny note because I found the best breakfast for Bookstahooda on the road. Kind put out a limited edition pumpkin one. Oh my god, it is so good. And I've never tried this before, but it's so good. Mocha cappuccino, Bold House Farm thing. So yeah, if you want some new breakfast items for your own on the road morning commute, give them a try. They're delicious. Also, I am reading Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie Americanah. I just hit the end of part 2, and it is wonderful. I'm so in love with that book. So it's like day 4 of Diversathon, which, I mean, I've almost read 300 pages, which if I'd chosen a shorter book, you know, I'd be done with maybe 2 of them by now, but I'm really happy I chose the longest one first because it's fantastic, and I'm so grateful I'm reading it. I'm not gonna give away spoilers, but you get dual perspectives, you get different, not even dual, it's more, there are multiple points of view. I don't know how many because I'm not at the end yet, but it's a kind of the main character, Ifemelu, if I'm saying that right, Ifemelu's life story and just how she moved from Nigeria to America and how that shaped her as a person. It's fantastic. I know why everybody loves it now because it's great. I'm very invested in it. She throws in these random bits of wisdom every once in a while, which reminds me a little bit of Zadie Smith's writing, because you'll just be reading along like narrative sentence or narrative paragraph, this explaining, and then boom, life knowledge at the end that just sort of blows you out of the water. Like, oh my, that is so true. I love that there's no fear. Like so many books I read are full of euphemisms and innuendos, like talking around topics, but this book just goes for it. And there's little interruptions at the end of some chapters that are blog posts of the main characters, and they're really good. Like at first I was like, oh, let me back to the narrative, but now I'm like, I want more blog posts. I wish her blog was a real thing, this character's blog. It might be, and I'm sure there are blogs like it that exist, but it's just making me think so much about the societal norms and how Americans act. Like, so many of the passages detailing American behavior are so funny, because it's so true. You know, when someone asks you, oh, how are you? I'm good, how are you? You know, there's a sing-songy way that everybody says it, and we always say it in the same intonation, and nobody really wants to know how the other person is doing unless you're like a very good friend with that person. So it makes you think, like, things that you don't realize are not universal. Things that you just accept as part of life are really not parts of everyone's lives. It's just, it's very eye-opening. I'm about a fourth of the way through Empire of Storms, but I put it aside for Diversathon because Diversathon is important enough to put off Empire of Storms. Empire of Storms will be there, and then the wait for the last book will be shorter, and I'll try to finally read Assassin's Blade. I can't believe the series is gonna be over. It's gonna be weird. Yeah, when I heard Sarah J. Maas, you know, her speak on that panel, she was like, I really don't know what I'm gonna do when I type those final words. I've been writing this series for my entire adult life. And I was like, yeah, that's a pretty big thing. Like, I wonder if Cassandra Clare's Shadowhunters universe will ever end, or if she's just gonna write it forever. And I hope so. I'll read them until I croak. And I'm so excited about Wesley Chu and Cassandra Clare writing the Magnus Bane adult trilogy. I'm so excited. He was one of the authors that I saw at the signing that I went to with Victoria Schwab and Susan Dennard. He was also there, and he was probably, like, he was the only other author that I really have memories of, because his writing was, like, he was just very funny. Like, follow him on Twitter, and apparently he's a new dad, and it's, you know, he shares lots of baby anecdotes. They're quite cute. Okay, that's probably all I can talk about. Hello!
Hello!
It's Kendra!
Hello!
Yeah, look, I bought a thing! I said I was gonna buy one, and I did. I was telling them I was gonna buy one of these, and it was, yes.
And I was like, what is that?
Yep, and now we're doing this, because we're going to Red Robin!
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, I might get the lettuce bun.
It's not a bad choice.
Yeah, I don't mind it. It's when there's like, there's either too much lettuce or not enough.
Yeah.
Which...
Just two friends going to Red Robin.
Oh my
why would... Whoa, there's a trash can in the middle of the road. Okay. Yikes. Anyway. Catastrophe number 2 during this filming. The filming has gotten worse since I got the holder, apparently. Hello, Bookstahooda. So, I just filmed 3 minutes of this video with the camera facing the other way. Let's reiterate what I've already said. I finished Americanah sometime last week and really liked it. I was really worried near the end, though I loved Americanah. I want to read more Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's books. Hopefully Half of a Yellow Sun soon, after I have money to buy it. Because I want those UK covers. They're better. I'm reading Empire of Storms now, but I'm reading it very slowly because I have started watching another series. When I was straightening my hair last week, because I got a hair straightener finally, I started watching The Three Musketeers on BBC, well, the BBC version, on Hulu, and the first, like, until you hit about episode 8, I was just kind of like, whatever. I was watching, or no, episode 7 is where things get really good. There's a couple episodes in the beginning where I was just like, this is amazing, but then there's like filler episodes that I didn't care about. But now I love the characters enough that I'm gonna go back and rewatch those filler episodes and pay more attention. So I have a new ship now, Constance and D'Artagnan forever. I love them. I've been making a mix. It's really lame, but More Than a Memory by Carly Rae Jepsen is perfect for them. So I really hope that things work out for my babies. And I just love all the Musketeers. Like, they're so great. There's normally in like a buddy, or normally in a group of people, there's like one in the show that I'm just like, can you just not? And no, I love them all. Like, I love them all, not equally, because D'Artagnan is my favorite, but I love, like, every time there's an episode focused on one of them, I'm just like, oh yay, it's about him this time. So I'm all fangirly, but so fangirly that I ordered the book on Amazon. Like, I know that the book and the show are going to be vastly different, but I'm curious how they're vastly different, because the show has some great female characters. The main villain in season 1, well, one of the 2 main villains is a woman. I can't give away who she is because it's a mild spoiler. They tell you pretty early on. Like, I think it's episode 3, and that was when I was like, oh, I actually do really like this show. And then it went back to being filler, and I was like, but that one episode was so good, I'm gonna keep going, hopefully it will get good again. And oh my gosh, it does. It is so, like, the finale of season 1 is so good. Like, I love it. I watched episode, like, 8 of season 1 all the way to episode 3 of season 2. There's only 10 episodes per season, which is fine. Of course, I wish there were more, but, I will take whatever there is, you know? I went to visit my parents last weekend, and I took my camera there, hoping that my brother and I could film some videos, and we didn't, but I left my camera there, so I'm going back, I'm getting the camera when I'm back there, but I'm going there to visit longer this weekend, and so hopefully he and I will get to film some videos, and you can see his bookshelves, which are, like, he has a very, very different collection from mine, because I have a lot of young adult, and I have a lot of fantasy, and, some romance in there, like Outlander and Poldark. I do a lot of historical, like, I just love a lot of fiction. Like, I'm a very character-based reader, if you can't tell, whereas my brother is far more concerned with becoming more learned and reading things that are, like, the canon. He really likes Russian literature. He's still reading Dostoevsky's The Devils, and he's nearly done with it. He's been working on the Northern Lights series as well, and I really want him to finish it so that he and I can talk about it. I saw Snowden with my fiance and a couple of his friends. That was really good and made me very paranoid for the next couple of days. Like, should I use my phone? I mean, like Lindsay says in the film, I don't have anything to hide, but that's not the point. I also sneakily purchased How to Be a Woman by Caitlin Moran, and I started that. It's very funny. I've just been reading, like, an essay here and there. I was reading parts of Bird by Bird by Anne Lamott again because I'm trying to not let my book from NaNoWriMo last year just die off. I'm planning on working on it this year for NaNoWriMo as well. I guess that'll be all for now. Ciao. Hello.
Hi.
Hashtag shopping Sandies. We're on a mission today. We're going to Half Price Books first, and then Lush and Trader Joe's. So maybe we'll do a haul at the end.
That's
So,
all we need. Just
yeah.
those things.
That's all we're doing. Mom's never been to Lush before, so that's exciting for me.
But
And
not for me.
she'll like it once she gets there. So that's that. Yay for Lush.
She
Hey,
has.
checking in, Mother, on our vlogging.
Oh, yes. Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
So we just left Trader Joe's, our final stop of the day. It was a little hectic to vlog earlier, but we did get a couple books at Half Price Books each, and I found, very exciting, once I find them, Outlander buttons! So those will be used. Then we stopped in Lush. Mom didn't get anything, and all I did was
Stinky in there for me.
I just repurchased the Fantasy eyeliner, which I love.
And
Then-
Sandy bought everything made out of pumpkin that they had at Trader Joe's. Everything.
Yes, pretty much
Gluten-free.
everything. Yeah, as long as it was gluten-free, I bought it. Except I didn't buy the bread mix because I bought the pumpkin butter so I could put that on bread and not have to bake anything. So, way less effort for me.
And we had the best parking space.
Yeah.
Not crowded at all.
We went to the Trader Joe's in, this is what, Chagrin? Beechwood place, and that is well, I mean, it was really crowded inside, but that's the best parking lot I've ever seen for Trader Joe's.
Right, we found the back alley.
Yeah, if you've been to a Trader Joe's parking lot before, you know what I mean.
And I've never been to Trader Joe's.
Yeah, Mom's first time to Trader Joe's, so that was exciting. Oh, I'll show you books I got. I mean, this is kind of exciting. The cashier, like, geeked out with me, because I bought The Soul Forge, which is a book all about Raceland, who's my favorite character of the Dragonlance series. This is by Margaret Weiss. They had more, like, books on Dragonlance that I wanted, because I only read Dragonlance books that are written by Margaret Weiss. And then I finally found a copy of The Lies of Locke Lamora, but this cover is so terrible. I kind of love it because it's so cringe-tastic. Look at this dude. It's awful. Oh well. Okay, that's the end.
Signing off.
My house, and there's a giant spider that lives outside my door, and all of a sudden I started singing to the tune of Dear Theodosia from Hamilton, and it's really funny. So let's see. Dear giant spider, what to say to you? You have 8 legs, you have a million eyes. When you fly, it freaks me out, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart.
Riveting content.
Oh my god, I know.
I forgot we were recording.
This will get millions of views.
Yep.